Ladies, gents, welcome back to GIJohnTV. Another exclusive is the Glock 17 Gen 5. We're going to talk about the history, we're going to talk about the specs and parts, and we're going to go shoot it at a 7-yard silhouette. That is pretty much standard for handguns, and we're going to get to it by starting off with the history. Let's get to it, guys. Come on. All right, ladies, gentlemen. Glock 17 Gen 5 here on the channel. We're going to talk about the history. So this gun was developed for one reason, to answer the call of the issues of the Gen 3 and Gen 4 Glocks. Ergonomics, accuracy, as well as the coating and even the barrel, right? There was so many complaints with the previous gen. However, it is a robust platform, but there's improvements needed to make this handgun fit what the market is calling for. So now let's get to the specs and parts of this platform so you guys can see the in-depth changes they did to this handgun. So let's go, guys. All right, guys, specs and parts. We are going to talk about what improvements they did to this handgun to make it better in the civilian market, especially for law enforcement and even the military. So going forward with the Glock 17, they added a lot of new features like the double serrations on the slide, as well as a new coating compared to the previous gen, like the Gen 3 and Gen 5. They have this bluish coating, but they have this more nitrided black finish. They even have improvements to the barrel. Now the barrel is an interesting piece. It's a marksman barrel that's proprietary to Glock, giving it a more better ratio compared to its predecessor in terms of accuracy when you're engaging your silhouettes and whatnot. Now moving forward, they really slimmed down the grip, taking out those ugly grooves on the Gen 3 and Gen 4, and you have the option with this little cutout right here to add extra grip attachments to accommodate your hand size. So right now it's defaulted to this, which I like it, but if you need to add more, you could add more. Now another thing is that you could add or what they add, excuse me, they have a ambidextrous slide catch, as well as pretty much a reverse-sided, what we call mag catch, if you have to do that. Now, the trigger is also an improvement compared to the previous generation. It's really smooth, which from right here, if actually, cameraman, if you could get close, we'll do a little dry press here. So if you guys could take a look at the trigger, see right there, how much slack is gone, and it's holding just like that, and then we squeeze, boom, that's it. The other ones are kind of mushy, but this one, when you squeeze that trigger and you hold it right there, look at that, guys, it's showing itself just like that, then squeeze, boom, right?
Nice.
Compared to previous triggers, it's kind of mushy, but this one, really smooth, guys, just like that. Now moving forward to the accessory mount, it's just the same thing, just like the previous generations, Gen 3 and Gen 4, and you guys see the TLR mounted here. Now another thing that is under the barrel is the hydraulic spring mechanism, or the buffer, right, or recoil spring. So they have a like a counterbalance per se. So I'll put this down, and what it does is when the slide's going back, you're going to see a like some sort of counter mechanism helping mitigate the recoil, where it keeps you on target instead of you flipping up just like that. They added something to help us out when it comes to recoil mitigation. They even tapered the front ends compared to the previous gen, where it's just squared out. That's what Glock is known for, that square boxy look, but they tapered it down for the new generation. With that being said, that's pretty much it for the Gen 5 Glock. Those are all the improvements and all the nice nuance they put into it. Now we're gonna go shoot it, guys, at 7 yards. So let's get to it. All right, guys, back with Sam the Silhouette. We're gonna shoot him at 7 yards. We're gonna get him set up on this hanger right here, and we're gonna see if we can turn that frown upside down, guys. Let's get it. What?
You expect the camera guy to...
Yeah.
if I got that on camera?
What can I say? It's what I do.
I hate you.
Now, we're going to engage Sam, the silhouette. Now, we gonna make sure. Now we gonna cap him good. When I mean cap him good, I'm locked and loaded. So, tell me when I'm ready. I'm gonna get itchy. All right, we are ready. About to engage. Here we go. Woo! That's 10 rounds right there on target. That's Sam, the silhouette. So that just shows from 7 yards to the silhouette, pretty damn good handgun, especially if you're in a hot situation. So it shows. Look at Sam. Look at Sam. He's so mad. I guess we didn't turn that frown upside down. Maybe one day. One day. So let's get to the conclusion, guys.
He made me look like a fool last night.
Action.
All right, so conclusion, guys. We talked about the history. We even talked about the specs and parts. We just shot it at 7 yards. Pretty damn good for what it is, right, guys? Gen 5 Glock 17. Now, that being said, you got an MSRP around 550 bucks. Now, however, depending on where you guys get them from, it could be more. But on average, that's how much they're sold for. With that being said, guys, it's a Gen 5 Glock 17. If you guys want to see more information about this gun, go on my Instagram, GIJohnTV. And if you love this episode, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, guys, for more content, more future episodes to come. So with that being said, guys, GIJohnTV, I'm out.
So my story starts to find Senor G.I. John. So he roams the deserts, looking for water and food. But little that he knows, I own this land. And this is where our story begins.
Well, Samuel, we meet again, boy. Just like old times.
Well, we meet again, Senor G.I. John.
Well, let me just say one thing. I never liked you. Ever. And that fact that you're in my zone, in my territory, I never liked you, boy.
On contrary, Senor G.I. John, it's my land.
Samuel, now, you're ready, boy. You're about to turn into what we call fried bean.
No, you, Senor G.I. John. Oh, it seems like I have misplaced my 6-shooter, Senor G.I. John. Shoot! Senor G.I. John. Senor G.I. John, you shot me and I didn't have a gun. How dishonorable.